What I'd like to do is tell you about a unicorn energy moment that I experienced December 2024. So a few months into my spiritual awakening. And always being a person who liked unicorns, liked fairies, but my knowing then, when I was that being, was that they were purely fantasy. However, my knowing now is that they are very real. By that, I mean there is an energy construct which has its own very magical, bubbly, multicoloured, powerful, really magical, transcending energy. And it's a construct created over the years, over the millennia, over the epochs, I don't know how long, crystallized into the being that we call unicorn. Now, I'm not saying that they exist, therefore you will be able to see one wandering down the high street and going into the shop to get its multicoloured, glittery hay. I'm not talking about a real manifestation in this 3D universe. Although, who am I to say that that hasn't happened to some people and that it's not possible? It hasn't happened to me, although the closest thing to it did. I was walking alone in the forest, and I suddenly became aware of a presence. And ordinarily, that would have unnerved me and scared me. I looked down to my feet, and I remember looking up to the wide footpath through this forest, so like a wide clearing that went on for, half a mile. And I remember out of just, I can't say the corner of my eye, but as I flicked my vision up, I saw before me a unicorn. As I kind of brought my eyes up and looked properly, it was no longer there. And the same thing happened as I turned to my side, where I felt this sensation of presence. I saw this beautiful white unicorn glowing. And as I really turned to look, it was gone. And this is, when you have moments like this, if you have, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. It's as if the time stretches, your perception of time stretches. The experience is longer than it actually was whilst it's happening. So it's almost like a slow-mo. I sort of can see it, but it's in my mind's eye, and my visuals, when my visuals come online, poof, it's gone. And then I'm over here and it's in my mind's eye and it's there in the trees. And when I go to focus on it with my brain, when my brain comes online and my mind comes online, poof, it's gone. But I was so convinced. I truly felt, for the first time in my life ever, that unicorns were real. And what I mean by that is that I understood that there is an energy signature that that transmits, didn't know which trans it was for a minute, transmits that particular energy signature to everyone who asks for it or comes in contact with it. It is the same signature. May not be the same message, but the energy signature is there to be recognized. That's an important distinction, I feel. But I knew then that it is something that we can tap into. It's a construct that exists, and it is therefore real. And if you want it to be a black unicorn with a golden horn, or a white unicorn with a multicolored horn, or a golden unicorn with a golden horn, then it will be for you, because it will come to you through your imagination and your intuition. That's how this works. Anyway, I carried on with my walk in the forest, and I felt incredibly energized and light and free. And I finished my walk and I got home and I turned on my iPad to do some work. I went onto YouTube to catch one of my my YouTubers that I engage with, and I turned on the channel, and the person who's the creator was sat in the middle of the screen as I am now, and her t-shirt said, "Unicorns are real." And I'm getting the shivers now, but I knew then that there is really, truly something bigger. The interconnectedness, the quantum field. And once you tap into it, there's no going back. I mean, you may have periods where you feel, oh, the veil's a bit thinner, or my remembrance is a bit stronger, and then you'll come into your 3D, make yourself a sandwich, have a cup of tea, watch the telly, and you think, oh, it's all gone, I'll never get it back. And then you go through these cycles. And that's what it's about. It's not about denying it, pretending it doesn't exist, or saying it doesn't exist, and then having the experience and trying to convince yourself it does, swinging backwards and forwards like a pendulum. It's about being the observer in both fields when they shift. That's what it's about. So that's my story about unicorns and unicorn energy, and knowing that unicorns are real. You heard it here first.